Hold on.
Thanks, Costa. What a great way to end August. I mean, this has been a phenomenal day. We've had some great recipes. We've had some great fish. We've got great entertainment up there. I just can't think of a better way to end August than talking about sustainability, some of our wild fisheries that have a great impact on the economy of all these little local communities across coastal BC. Before I introduce these two guys, or maybe Costa's going to do that, we've had a lot of questions today. This is an inquisitive audience. I've been doing this for 3 years, and you're even making me think about the fishery that I manage. But lots of great questions about sustainability, lots of great questions about how do you prepare this fish, lots of questions about flavor and where we fit globally. So one thing I do want to say, because I didn't say this before, I did say it earlier, you know, we're really proud of our fishermen, our 47 license holders, because they've been granted MSC certification. So on all of our fish going forward, we can proudly say that we're one of 52 fisheries in the world that fishes sustainably, and we can put that logo up on every pound of fish that we sell. Now what does that mean? It means that people who are concerned about the choices that they make, about the food that they eat, can choose with confidence wild Canadian sablefish because we harvest sustainably. And those guys that started this fishery 17 or 20 years ago, you know, you talk about fishery science, it's at best hit and miss. And they always took the precautionary approach. They loved the fishery, they loved the fish, and they always made sure that when they didn't know, they took less. And you know, one of the great stories about sablefish is, although it's a very lucrative fishery now, it wasn't always that way. It was developed by the Japanese when we didn't have our 200-mile economic limit, and they went out and they had a large lucrative fishery. Then when we got our 200-mile economic limit, we had to develop it, and Canadians didn't know how to fish it. We just didn't know. So there was a small group, and they learned and they invested and they did trial and error, and they developed this wonderful fishery. And now this fish that we catch doesn't just go to Japan, although the majority of it does. And we've learned a great deal from the Japanese chefs about how to take this wonderful delicacy of the sea and to add value to it. But you find this fish now at the 5-star restaurants in Paris, in Brussels, in London, in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, and all over the world, and it's really a pleasure to see it. But one of the reasons that people want this sustainably harvested fish is because of the taste, and because of the recipes that chefs like Tojo, who is going to be here today but unfortunately is out of town, was going to come and talk and show how he has taken this fish, and it is a labor of love with Tojo, because we worked with him for years, to create unique recipes that have helped us get the price and the market around the globe for those fishermen and all the people that rely, the deckhands and the people in the processing and people, you know, in the ice houses. But instead of Tojo today, because he couldn't be here, we have his nephew, and Hero. Yes. They call him Superhero. You'll find out when he starts to cook. Okay? He's here. And then we have his right-hand man over here on my left hand, and it's Masa. There we go. Now, anybody that's had the great privilege of going down to Tojo's restaurant and tasting his dishes knows that what he does is indeed unique and world class, and he has championed sablefish as one of his main dishes. So I'm really pleased to have these guys here today. One other thing I want to say before I hand it over. Some people have said, how do I know when we deal with sablefish what's good and what's not good? If it doesn't say frozen at sea, it's still good fish, but the quality is not guaranteed. Every one of our 47 vessels, they're out there, they fish it, they dress it, and they freeze it inside. They have freezers they've invested 14, 15 years ago to absolutely guarantee the highest quality. Some people have said, well, I've gone to some of the local markets, say the Chinese markets, and I see sablefish, but it's cheaper than the rest. A lot of that is bycatch, and that means that it was caught